Hi, I'm Justin Boyd.
And I'm the Scarlet Witch, and we are the Watchers in the Basement.
Welcome to the Watchers in the Basement. We are here today to discuss the first two episodes of the new Disney Plus series, Agatha All Along. But before we travel down the road, down the witch's road, let me hit you with some Agatha All Along facts. Agatha All Along is a spinoff of the 2021 series WandaVision, which we all liked. I think we all love that series. It is the show has been in development for a few years now. And during those years, it's undergone some different name changes. So, Brittany, let's see. Do you remember what it was originally called?
Was it Agatha House of Chaos or
Close.
I mean that was
Yeah, so the first was Agatha Coven of Chaos.
Coven of Chaos. I forgot alliteration.
Yeah.
Hello.
Then it became Agatha Darkhold Diaries.
Right.
Which
I do
also
remember that
makes
one.
sense. Another good title.
Yep.
Then finally it was Agatha House of Harkness. Also not a bad title. All three good titles. All three alliteration.
Yeah, for sure.
But then in May of this year, they decided that they're just going to call it Agatha All Along, which also was the name of the hit song from WandaVision. And I think that was the name of this show all along. It was like their way of kind of a little trick or a little joke to kind of do some like marketing before the show came out. So
yeah.
Very cool. Release date September 18th, 2024. The first two episodes dropped, which we're talking about tonight. And now episodes 3 through 7 will release weekly on Wednesday nights, 8 o'clock Central. That's our time here in Houston. And the final two episodes will drop. Episodes 8 and 9 will air on October 30th. And by the way, we're going to be doing a review for the finale on Halloween night. So be sure to join us for that. But we will be doing weekly reviews of this show. This show is a part of Phase 5 of the MCU. It's the 11th TV series that's produced by Marvel Studios. However, it's the first that's under the Marvel Television label, so that's kind of cool. The creator / showrunner is Jack Schaefer, and you're like, hey, I know that name, and you're like, yeah, that she's also from WandaVision, so she's back running this show. And the cast, of course, includes Kathryn Hahn, Joe Locke, Sasheer, Zamata, Ali On, Debra Jo Rupp, Patti LuPone, and Aubrey Plaza. Brittany, what are your overall thoughts on the first two episodes of Agatha All Along?
The cast is amazing. I mean, honestly, when you got such icons who have graced us, television, cinema for quite some time, and then they come and join the MCU, and this show alone is pretty amazing. I will say, with the first episode, I was like, am I watching the right show? Like, I mean, I know I'm watching the right show, but continuing with that whole fact that Agatha, I'm going to get this right. Agatha is still living in an illusion that Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, has cast upon her to continue living in Westview under the pretense that, this is like a television type thing. And Agatha plays like this character, Agnes, who is like a detective. And the show is entitled Agnes of Westview, or Agnes in Westview, something like that. But she's a detective, right? And she's kind of trying to uncover this mysterious death of, Wanda Maximoff, one would assume. And it was really interesting. It kind of threw me for a second, but like all the little nods, Easter eggs here and there was like very, very well done. Production quality looks incredible. Of course, I wouldn't expect anything less at this point, especially when you have returning members from WandaVision. And because that show, I think, arguably is probably one of the best shows I think we, the Watchers in the Basement, have agreed upon is one of the best shows we've ever watched. And so I love that. I love that they continued with that theme. And then, of course, episode 2, I really enjoyed episode 2 because we get a little bit more from unnamed teen, as I like to call him. And the song is just so well done. And y'all know I'm a musical person. I usually sing all day, every day, here on this pod as well. So I got to learn the lyrics of this song. That way I can sing it at the very end of every episode.
But how it starts, right? I mean, it's just down.
Yeah, I know. But like to be able to get like the right pitch and, just be able to do it justice. Like I want to be able to do it justice and present it to y'all here. So yeah, like the first 2 episodes I think have been great. Like, we're building story and now we're on the Witch's Road.
Yeah. Maybe by the finale, we can do like a round of that song, kind of like what they do in the show.
Yes.
Maybe we can get some other people to join us and we can
Oh my God, that would be amazing. Mel, Trisha, I see y'all in the chat. Shout out to those who are in the chat right now. As I said, Trisha, the Texas Potterhead, and Mel of Geeking Out with Melly Mel. Thank y'all so much for being here, as well as King B Johnson, who joins us in like all of our live streams. We appreciate y'all being here as always. And to those who are watching the replay, thank you so much for joining us. Also, leave a comment down below what you think about Agatha All Along. And don't forget to subscribe to our podcast at the same time.
Yeah, no, the chat is definitely on fire. We appreciate it. And I want to go to one of Trisha, one of her comments about Brittany. You're talking about the first episode, how it opens, and it kind of continues that WandaVision television deal.
Mhm.
Well, the show that they're kind of paying homage to is Mayor of Easttown.
Yep.
Which is an HBO series, which I have not watched, but it's from a couple years ago with Kate Winslet. But it was a show that I think won a lot of awards. It's critically acclaimed. So just wanted to point that out. We appreciate Trisha. We appreciate you dropping that knowledge on us. But
yeah, for sure. For sure. And Trisha continues saying the song gave her chills. She would have loved to have seen it at D23 and heard it live because it was part of the presentation in the hall. And then I just have to share this once, Justin. I am an alto, which is, a nod to Jen's line in the show. And I will also say, I too am an alto. So I feel you, girl.
Well, I am a non-singer, but I can contribute.
Oh, you're such a liar. You can sing. I've heard you sing.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah, it's okay.
Stop it.
I appreciate it. So my thoughts on the first two episodes, this show's good. Like, I wasn't sure going in because I thought, oh, it's going to be funny. It's got Kathryn Hahn and Aubrey Plaza, and it's not really a comedy, but it's like, I really like the tone of it. Like it's kind of balancing kind of a lot of genre tones, but this show is like really in line with WandaVision, of course, and even Loki. Like I feel like the music and kind of way the episode ends kind of makes me get that Loki kind of vibes. And no surprise that WandaVision and Loki, I think we both agree, and I think several people out there agree that those are the two best shows that the MCU's put on Disney Plus. So
hands down.
Yeah.
Hands down.
So to have that, to have this show follow in that line, that's awesome. The characters in this world, I love the acting is great. The cast is great. We'll talk about the cast here in a little bit more.
Yep.
But the one thing I really love about this show is the characters look like they are real to their world. Because they're using actual sets and practical effects, and it's not a ton of green screen. It's not a ton of the volume, which is a great, it's a great like tool to use, but not to use to solely create worlds. Like they've created a world, and the Witches Road I think is such a cool location for them to have this mission for this season. And we're going to talk more about that here in a second. And and obviously, like I really just enjoy these characters. It's great to have Kathryn Hahn back. And I'm just gonna be a guy here for a second. Aubrey Plaza is just hot. Like her character is sexy too. And
I'm not gonna lie, she is.
She's super sexy in the show. And that's not something we've had in the MCU, in my opinion. Like, I mean, obviously, like
I'm sorry, Scarlett Johansson is not sexy to you.
No, but
in the full leather bodysuit, you've got to be shitting me right now.
Here's what I'm saying. Like, what I'm saying is they don't play up the sexiness. I mean, all the actors in the MCU look great. Of course they do. But what I'm saying is they don't play it up like she does. I mean, come on.
I'm sorry. Did you not watch Iron Man 2?
Yes, I've seen all these movies.
Yes, I know. Scarlett Johansson, hot AF.
Yes,
and she knew
Scarlett
it.
Johansson's super hot. I know that, but like, she's not playing that up fully. Whereas like Aubrey Plaza is like on 11. Like she's going for it. And
is it really different from her character of Parks and Rec? Because I never watched Parks and Rec. Yeah. I've seen like clips here and there, but like how different is her performance in this show as opposed to Parks and Rec?
It's different because she was like deadpan in Parks and Rec. I mean, she was still the same actress, obviously, but like she played it differently. Okay. So yeah. I mean, she's great. I like her pretty much in everything she's in. Everything that I've seen, like I enjoy the actress. I think she's doing a great job. But with this, she's up in the level of like sex appeal in the MCU, which is something we don't get a ton of, in my opinion. So,
okay.
But also something great about this show is the timing of the release of this show. It's the perfect show for this time of year. It's the fall's about to begin, although here it's still like 98 degrees every day.
It's like 100. I don't know what you're talking
Okay,
about.
well, 98's close to 100, Brittany. Come on, like
No. There is a significant difference between 98 and 100 here in Texas.
okay,
Just
fine.
saying.
You're the meteorologist for the watchers in the basement.
I
Um,
am.
it's the beginning of spooky season, and of course the show's going to end like almost right on Halloween. So this show is like 10 out of 10 for me right now, and
Yep.
we will let's dive deeper into it. Let's talk about
Well,
the cast. Go ahead.
Well,
Brittany.
before we do, let's take a
Yeah,
look
sure.
in the chat. First and foremost, Mel says we need to hear you sing. We'll make
Okay.
that happen, Mel, just for you.
I will sing the Ballad of the Witch's Road as a part of a group, an ensemble, if you will.
for
Yeah.
sure. Trisha here says she loves the tone as well. She wasn't sure how they were going to balance the comedy aspect and the darkness of the content, but they are nailing it. She also wonders if anyone else got Wizard of Oz vibes.
Yes.
Seeing the Witch's Road. Yes, I absolutely did. For sure. Absolutely did.
I have a question about that at the end of the episode too. Yeah.
Interesting. To your comment about Aubrey Plaza, Trisha says it's in the eyes. It's the eyes. That's what it is.
Definitely.
Mel says the show definitely felt more grown up than the regular Disney Plus shows. Aubrey Plaza definitely looked amazing. Also, Agatha was butt naked in a Disney show that surprised her.
I was going to bring that up. Kathryn Hahn, but I mean, just like bare ass,
full on bare ass.
And you think about the MCU, we've had almost no nudity, which I mean is understandable. We've had the Hulk in Ragnarok, and then Thor in Love and Thunder, and now Kathryn Hahn or Agatha in Agatha All Along. So anyway,
and Rahib wanted to know, have you seen Scarlett Johansson?
Yes,
that's what I've been saying. I've said the same thing. Justin just has a thing for Aubrey Plaza. I get it. It's fine.
No,
he's not into gingers. I get it.
That's not true either. But like
he's more into brunettes.
She licks blood off of Agatha's hand.
And that's hot to you? Wow. I have more questions.
The way she did that. The way she did that.
I have more questions for you.
You're not
off the show, Justin.
When Kathryn Hahn has her hand around Aubrey Plaza's throat and she's like smiling and enjoying that, like you're not like the Avengers don't do that. The Avengers look great, but they're not playing it up. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Well, okay. We're gonna have to have Watchers After Dark or something because, like, I have more questions. I think we're unlocking something about you in here.
Let me just put this. This is a blanket statement. Everyone in the MCU is hot. Everyone, MODOK except for MODOK. Not MODOK. But I enjoy MODOK, but not hot. But like everyone's hot in the MCU. I got it. But like Aubrey Plaza is like turning it up. So just saying.
Okay. All right.
Let's talk about the cast.
Let's read. Wait. Redirect back to the chat real quick.
Chat. The chat's on
Corduroy Boy says in the first episode they used the yellow caution tape on the ground during the opening credits, and it looks like a yellow road in the woods. Yes. That is a great observation.
Very good eye. Yes.
Rahib says, but Justin looks like Ryan, referring to Ryan Reynolds. So we have hot people here. Damn. Okay.
Rahib has said this before, and I really appreciate it. I don't agree, but I appreciate the compliment. So thank you.
Mel says hashtag Team Brunette. Girl, I got you. Yes.
Mel is on that team for sure.
Me too. Welcome, M Moves. Appreciate you being here. Hi. Mel says Justin talking about the hand in the throat sounds very Christian Grey. Girl.
Mel's trying to get me to do the Akatar stuff. And I'm looking I'm looking at the audiobooks. I'm just saying, because I listen to
there's gonna be more throat grabbing. Let's just put it that way.
Okay. Well, we'll save that for that.
Oh God. Okay, let's get back on track. Let's talk about the cast.
Yes, let's do the cast. Brittany, we talked about Aubrey Plaza a little bit here already. We talked about Kathryn Hahn, of course. Do you have any more thoughts on those characters, or do you want to move on to other people in the cast?
Let's move on to other people in the cast.
Okay. Let's talk about the Coven. Well, you know what? Do you want to talk about Teen first or the Coven?
You choose.
How about Teen? Let's talk about Teen. Who do you think is Teen's mother? Just off the top.
Oh, Teen's mother.
Yeah, because this is a big topic online, and I thought I knew the answer before I saw the show, and then I saw the show, and I'm like, I think it might be somebody else.
Teen's mother.
Yeah.
It never even crossed my mind about Teen's mother. Like,
you don't think? Well, so the thought going in was that Teen's mother is Wanda. He is one of
No.
Wanda's
Well,
children.
okay, so if you're talking
Yeah.
about these, oh god, there was the twins, obviously. You're talking
Yeah.
about
Billy and
Wiccan.
yeah, yeah,
If
and
you're that's who
Speed.
you're
Wiccan and
referring to.
Speed, but it was like Billy and something. I can't think of the other
Yeah.
kid's name.
Tommy,
Billy
something.
and Tommy. Billy and Willie. I don't know. But
No, I
like
think it was Tommy. Anyway,
like,
okay. No, it never
yeah.
occurred to me who Teen's mother was, because I was just like, I thought this was just like a rando who, just has been obsessed with Agatha Harkness. But you know what? Now we're putting something in perspective. This is breaking news for me, because I don't go looking for like theories. I try to stay off social media when we're watching these shows because I don't want to be spoiled to anything. So yeah, like I literally had not considered it. So Trisha's all about talking about Teen here and right
Yeah.
now. And she agrees. She thinks he is Wiccan,
Yeah.
who is one of Wanda and Vision's children from WandaVision.
Right. So,
Okay.
but then after watching this, I wonder if Teen is not maybe Agatha's child.
So that I feel could fall more in line, because the
Yeah.
locket that Agatha attempted to pawn, maybe attempted to pawn as Agnes when she was still in that illusion, and then the locket, opened, and there's a lock of hair. There's a lock of hair that's very dark, it seems. And then when Agnes was still in the illusion and in her house, she goes to a room that looks like a child's room, and it's been empty for quite some time. You kind of get a quick pan of awards and things that would look like something that belongs to a child. But my question is, we kind of thought in WandaVision that maybe we get Mephisto. Could this also fall in
Yeah.
line with maybe introducing Mephisto into the MCU? Like,
Right.
is that a child now of? Could it be a child of Mephisto? I don't know. I'm like spitballing here. Like, I again never considered this
Yep.
theory whatsoever. So yeah.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. There's also interesting theories about Aubrey Plaza's character, and I don't want to spoil that because people are spoiling that online. And she's only in one of these episodes, but she is apparently the mother of a very important character in the MCU going forward. That's all I'm going to say. But we will
You said
we'll
Aubrey
cross
Plaza.
Aubrey Plaza. Apparently, her
Rio.
character Rio Vidal is the mother of a very important character for the future of the MCU. The very near future of the MCU. I'll put it that way. I don't want to spoil it. Chat can do whatever you want, but I will say that she wears green in the promo stuff. I'll just say that. She wears a green hood. There might be a character coming up that wears a green hood.
Oh my god, are
A
you
very famous actor?
Are you alluding to like the big news reveal in D23?
I think we're looking at that. So anyway, very interesting.
Okay, moving
because
on.
Aubrey Plaza was someone asked her about that. She said, "I can't talk about it, but it's pretty cool." So,
Well,
just
that was
gonna say that.
ambiguous as hell. Like, good
No,
lord.
but like, if you've seen interviews with her, she is kind of her comedy is very deadpan. So for her to say that, hey, it's pretty exciting, pretty cool, whatever, like,
fair.
yeah. So anyway,
Mel is mind blown here in the chat, and yep.
Maybe Mama Doom, maybe. Who knows? That might not be true.
Doom buggies.
Doom buggies. There we go. Yeah, so Brittany, back to Teen. Teen is played by Joe Locke, who I'm not familiar with. I think he's a relatively newcomer. I think he's like 19 or so. So what do you think about this
baby?
What do you think about this actor playing this role?
Oh, I thought he was great. I think he's a great addition to this cast of actors, right? I'm not too familiar with Joe's like filmography. It looks like he's relatively new as I'm looking him up here and now. Yeah, I think he was cool. Like, just I'm still like processing what you're telling me about, like who his mother may be,
It's
and then
just
all
a
this
rumor,
other
though.
information. I know.
It might not be right. So
okay.
And Trisha has something in the chat that Trisha seems to know this stuff pretty well. So
she thought
also Blackheart is something is referenced in these two episodes. So not put together but separate. So Trisha probably knows something. I'm just saying that there are people especially on Twitter, that are spreading the Doctor Doom.
We're gonna have to
talk,
bring
so,
Trisha here on the podcast, like, to get her
Yeah.
wealth of knowledge on the subject. I mean, hey, if you're interested, let us know.
Yes. And let us know in the chat if you want. Like we're
Yeah,
fine with that too,
exactly.
Yeah.
So no, going back to Joe Locke teen, I thought it was really interesting how when we're learning teen's name or attempting to, and then learning about teen's background, like nothing, like
Yeah.
just radio silence when it comes to the name, and then you get like that ringing of the ear when you're learning about teen's background, and
Mhm.
and then it's just like, oh, I'm so glad we get to learn more about each other, and it's like,
Yeah.
so comedy seems to be on point. I think he's fitting in well with the rest of the cast, like I said. So I mean, this is just the first 2 episodes. I'm very, very interested to see what his journey looks like on the witch's road, because he pleaded to Agatha about wanting to go down the witch's road. Studying can only take you so far. What he's lacking is power, and apparently at the end of the witch's road, you gain what it is that you're missing. So it's gonna be really interesting. There was a comment that was made by one of the witches, and I can't remember if it was Jen, who's like the potions sort of expert, I guess you could say, who asked if he was the child sacrifice. And I'm like, oh, are we foreshadowing something?
Right.
Like, that's very it's very interesting. Mel here in the chat says, side note, I'm loving all the actual witchy things on the show. The maiden, mother, and crone. That's how people refer to Hecate. I can't say that name. It's a Greek mythology goddess. I know that for sure. Same sort of name.
Yeah.
Tracy Vigilance here says, I did not get to watch it. Just saying hi, and y'all rock later. Hey,
Tracy,
go watch the show, come back, rewatch this whole replay, and leave us a comment down below what your thoughts are.
Also, go back and watch our football podcast from this week, from just a couple days ago, because Tracy and Mel were having their own conversation in the chat, which had nothing to do with football, but I appreciated it. I thought it was fun. So go back and check that out. Another comment I want to get to is the corduroy boy in the chat says Nicholas Scratch. So I've heard about this. Apparently that is Agatha's
bunny.
Oh, well, I think that's I don't know. Honestly,
isn't the bunny named Senor Scratchy?
Yes, but I believe honestly, I don't. That's why I got to keep watching, because the magic part of Marvel I don't know as well as the other parts of Marvel. So, yeah. So we'll keep on going. But yeah, I'm sure those are very good astute points in the chat.
So Trisha here asks if anyone else noticed about when the name of Teen was being uttered, that the audio cut out, and then like this writing kind of like went over his mouth. It looked like an M or a W. I did catch that. I had to slow it down, but I did catch it was like a very like script, cursive sort of look. And I'm like, that's an interesting choice of scribble, to run across his mouth. And I was just like, that must mean something.
Yeah.
That has to mean something. I'm not sure what exactly, but
yeah, it's some kind of logo
definitely
that is going to come into play. Yeah. I totally agree with that. Yeah. So let's talk about some other cast members. Let's, the second episode is basically a recruiting trip for Agatha and Teen to put the coven together. Let's start with the first person they recruit is Patti LuPone as Lilia Calderoo, who's a 450-year-old Sicilian witch. And her skill is divination. Is that how you say it?
Divination. Yes.
Divination. Okay. What'd you think about Patti LuPone in this role?
The outbursts that happen at times, I was like, oh, like there's something twitchy about this witch, a twitchy witch. Wow, it's difficult to say. Loved her performance. I thought she was great. Just keeping up with that whole facade of being a psychic and like your husband just died. Like both of them, like between her and Kathryn Hahn, just like playing off of each other, and because Agnes, sorry, I'm gonna get this right. Agatha walks in with like this very southern accent and is trying to see if this person is a true witch, right? And they're just both playing off each other so incredibly well, and it was very entertaining to watch. And I think it was brilliant, truly.
Yeah, Yeah, no, I thought she was great. She's apparently a Broadway legend, which I did
Yep.
not know that. So,
Yes. Yes.
yeah,
She's been around for quite some time. She's very acclaimed
I've
on
heard the
Broadway,
name, but
West
I
End.
thought she was just an actress. I didn't know she
Oh
was.
no.
Yeah,
She's yeah. So I think getting actors who can sing is also like essential at this
yeah,
point. But for her, I mean, it is just very appropriate to be a part of this ensemble of actors and have the ability to sing, of course. But yeah, she's been around for quite some time,
yeah.
and yeah, I think she was in Penny Dreadful, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay,
Um, or she has had appearances in different things. So yeah, no, she's awesome. I love her.
yeah. So the next up is Sasheer Zamata, who she's from formerly from Saturday Night Live.
Uh
She's
huh.
playing Jennifer Kale. Like
Love.
you said, she is the potions sorceress or master or whatever. What do you think about this character?
I feel like I've seen her before, and it's not because of Saturday Night Live. It's just I don't know. She's just got one of those faces that I feel like I've seen her before. I thought she was brilliant. I love how like she's trying to immerse herself in the modern world and trying to sell like these products that are uh, supposed to be good for people, but they really aren't after
Right.
all. I mean, you have an edible candle that you're trying to sell. And I'm like, what the hell is happening here? And, of course, trying to channel her potion ability. I'm assuming like an alchemist of some sort, but her learning that she's bound, like her powers have been bound for reasons that we have yet to learn. And how I love how Teen is kind of really embracing being Agatha's like backup, where coming up with, if you really want to do something for yourself, you'll be here tonight at 5
Yeah.
p.m. or something like that. And finding the dirt about the lawsuits and things of that nature in order to persuade Jen to come and be part of Agatha's coven in order to walk the witch's road and gain what it is that she's also missing. So yeah, the sassiness is like very on point. As Trisha here has said, I think she's my favorite one thus far. Like outside of Kathryn Hahn's character, of course, I think
Right.
the character Jen is probably going to be one of my favorites.
Yeah, I do like how they're recruiting this coven, and basically, the common denominator with these witches is they're all kind of down on their luck. They'll have,
Yeah,
they've lost
and
jobs, or they're about to be evicted, or they don't have
yeah,
their powers. Yeah,
and they all seem to have a common hatred towards Agatha.
Agatha. Yeah,
So
yes,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Whereas Agatha and Rio, I mean, they have a hatred, but they also have like seems like they have a past relationship or something, because there's a chemistry that they have that the other ones
it's
don't.
it's very yeah. There's something there, especially when under the illusion of the whole cop situation. It's like, do you even know why you hate me?
Right.
And Agnes, quote unquote, was like, no. So
It's
very
almost like
interesting.
Rio is doing to Agatha what Agatha did to Wanda, kind of,
Ah, yes, very much so. Good
from
comparison.
what we saw in WandaVision. Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next witch is played by Ali On. I'm sorry. Alice Wu Gulliver, who is kind of the
Mhm.
badass member of the coven. What did you think about her? How she basically got fired from Hot Topic? It seemed like.
First of all, hot topic, like making
Yeah.
an appearance in an MCU show. Like, kudos to you. Um, I thought that was kind of fun. I don't think I've actually ever seen a security person inside a Hot Topic, but
No.
Westview Mall could be shady AF, um, especially
We
after the events of
yeah.
Wanda.
We have much shadier malls here in Houston than Westview Mall. I can guarantee
Listen,
that. Yeah. Yeah.
one of them just closed
Right.
after 50 years or something, but
And
like,
it was you're talking about Greenspoint, right?
oh yeah, aka
Which
Guns Point.
Guns Point. So, yeah, it sound like the reason why it was called that is you can guess why it's called that. But yeah, back
Just
to
saying.
Westview. Back to Westview, yeah.
So with this character, again, another actress that I am not fully aware of.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen Ali in anything outside of the show, but apparently her character has an interesting story where her mother wrote the ballad, right? Was like
Right.
this famous uh singer, musician, entertainer, whatever you want to call it.
She's a rocker. Yeah.
Rocker. Yeah, she was a
Yeah.
rocker. And shortly after having written said ballad, disappeared. So that's very curious. Like, and I think uh the character is referred to as a blood witch, meaning that she is the offspring of a witch,
Yeah.
right? So I thought that was actually like very interesting in it of itself. And so she's, I think, also meant to be like a protection, like a
Yeah.
protector of the coven. So like you have one who is in divination, one who's in potions, one who's like a protector.
She's the
We have
muscle. Yeah.
she's the muscle, yeah. So she's like an ex-cop, was being a mall cop and kind of didn't seem like she was at all interested whatsoever with Agatha and her doings, but shows up completely unannounced and had no idea where Agatha lived. And she's like, I'm an ex-cop. Like, that's going to be the answer to a lot of questions. It's like, okay, like she's a badass. I like that.
Yeah.
Paul Blart, mall cop.
Yeah. Much tougher than Paul Blart, but I
Very, very much so.
like, good joke though.
Yeah.
The final member of the main cast is a returning person from WandaVision, Debra Jo Rupp as Sharon Davis.
Love her.
So she's back. Of course, in WandaVision, we thought her name was Mrs. Hart.
Yep.
Because that's what Wanda branded her as. I love her. Because she's not a witch that we know of, but she's recruited to join the coven.
Yeah.
Because she has a green thumb. They do
Mm.
need a green witch.
Mm-hmm.
I think they will get their green witch very soon. Aubrey Plaza's character, Rio Vidal. What do you think about Sharon Davis, aka Debra Jo Rupp?
I almost have a hard time getting past her not being Kitty from that 70s show. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't really watch that 70s show religiously, but like that's all I see when I see her, as the mom. She, I think, is a delight. Of course, I think having some sense of innocence in all of this whatsoever, but she is that, I guess, for Agatha, like that annoying neighbor that she doesn't want to interact with. And because Agatha didn't want to find the fourth witch that was listed from Lily, and the whole black heart thing, that's when the reference was made. And it's like, oh, it's only black because you had a black ink pen or something.
Right.
And the heart was the pseudonym for Debra Jo Rupp's character. And she's just very chatty. She's very chatty. And then when they're down in the basement and the song is being said, and she's like, are we supposed to know the words? And it's just like, she's so precious, like protector.
Yeah, her comedy is great. Yeah, she has great timing. Yeah.
I'm curious if for sure she is hiding or withholding information, and then she's gonna do like a double cross or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm curious as to what her journey on this road is gonna look like.
Yeah. Sharon Davis is Mephisto. Brittany just said it. That's what was going to happen.
You heard it here first on the Watchers in the Basement. I didn't say that, but I alluded to it.
There you go. Going back to the Black Heart reference, that's a callback to what Rio said to Agatha after their sexy fight scene, where she said, Agatha said,
"You don't really need to refer to it as a sexy fight scene."
It is a sexy fight scene. I'm sorry, it just is.
Lord,
I mean,
Jesus.
It is. So she says, Agatha says to her, you don't have a heart. And she says, yes, I do. It's black and it beats for you. And then she licks the blood off her hand. So just saying.
Again, I have so many questions to ask you after this pod, but moving on.
I'm not into blood. I'm just saying, like, very, very good scene. I'll just put it that way. Leave it.
The people in the chat want you to stop about the sexy fight scene. Someone is ready for Akatar.
Okay, but are there Marvel characters in Akatar?
They can be if you want them to be.
Okay, well, I would want them to be.
If you look at, just envision the characters from the book as Marvel characters that you know. Okay.
Yeah. Well, there is a Marvel 1602 kind of comic book.
Ooh.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
remember from What If season 2, there was
the
that great
favorite one. That was the
yeah,
favorite one. Yep,
yeah, the
you're right.
1602 episode was great. If y'all haven't
So good.
watched any of What If, definitely check out the 1602 episode in season 2. It's
I need that to be a live action.
yeah, that'd be great. That'd be an awesome movie. Yeah. Um, back to the cast. There's also returning characters from WandaVision. You had Dottie Jones is back. You've got Herb back, the neighbor.
Herb.
Yeah, you've got Phil Jones, who is Dottie's husband. He's back. He's the one who kind of plays the the police chief in Wanda's or not
with the mustache.
the mustache and in Agatha's head.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was kind of cool to bring those people back, and because she's still trapped in Westview.
Yeah.
And trapped under the spell of Wanda until maybe obviously we know what happened to Wanda in Multiverse of Madness, and Wanda died in air quotes. And we're never going to see Wanda again. So no. So the last look you'll get is Brittany. You're dressed like the Scarlet Witch. You want to show everybody your shirt?
I picked this up while I was at Disney this past weekend, including Mel, who I finally got to meet in person. It was wonderful. It was the best time ever, of course. So yeah, I picked up this spirit jersey, and it is a Scarlet Witch spirit jersey here. And you can see the sleeves are dark, just like the fingertips of one who possesses the dark hold. And then on the back here, hopefully you can see it, it says Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch, yeah.
So
and Brittany is a legit Scarlet Witch fan. We did a character draft last year.
Oh yeah.
And Brittany's first pick was a Scarlet Witch. So
hell yeah, she was. Yeah. When you're choosing a formidable team, you want the one that's got power. Yeah. And she is arguably the most powerful individual in the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe, or just Marvel Universe, period. Doctor Strange, I will stand by my team until the day I die. Okay. That was, I got robbed. Okay.
To me, second only to MODOK. No, I'm kidding.
Not MODOK.
I know.
Too funny.
So no, it's great to see the WandaVision characters back.
Yeah. Love you, Mel. Boo Boo Crew. Hashtag Boo Boo Crew.
Yeah, y'all had a great time.
We did.
That's really cool. Yeah. It was a week ago today, right? That's when you went to.
No, tomorrow. Tomorrow, Friday.
Yeah,
tomorrow, Friday. Yeah. Already, it's been a week. That's crazy.
A quick week. Yeah.
Trisha says, I love that we got all the small characters from WandaVision back, and at the stripping herself from all of the different outfits / characters she played in Wanda's story. Yes, I thought that was very well done too, because the transformations of realizing that she's been stuck in this illusion, and we're slowly getting her the 80s outfit. I think is my favorite one out of the whole ensemble of outfits that Agatha wore in WandaVision, and she's just like, what? That was hilarious. Also, doing that in the morgue is or the medical examiner's room is it's a bit much.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was really interesting.
Yeah. And we pretty much mentioned everything from episode 1, but I did want to mention the title. The title of episode 1 is Seekest Thou the Road, which seekest is hard to say. I thought it'd be seekest.
Seekest thou the road. Nope.
Thou the road. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know words are tough for you, but
some words are definitely tough.
But not used to could.
Not used to could. That's a real word. Is there anything else from episode 1 that you want to touch on? As far as the body that's found, is it actually Wanda?
That was
the mystery of that, and they talk about that Wanda's dead, but then she's not.
I don't think so. I mean, it's just curious as to, obviously still living in this illusion inside Westview, where Wanda basically tapped on Agatha's head, saying basically you can't leave, you're stuck in this illusion that I've cast. And I guess with Agatha, either she herself, her mind was cracking, and that's why little nods and Easter eggs of things that actually happened outside of that illusion were trickling in, or if what Teen said was true, was that he helped break that illusion for Agatha to be able to escape, or was it even Rio? You know what I'm saying? How did Agatha attract all these other people to ultimately break her out of the spell? right? And I guess maybe in the same way that Wanda attracted Agatha when she created Westview, right? Or not created Westview, but like kidnapped it, if you will,
Right.
and held it hostage. And the amount of power and magic that was used is what attracted Agatha. So I don't know. I'm very curious about all this. But like, I was curious about that body, whether or not it actually truly was Wanda, because we never saw the face. I mean, yes, we saw the fingers that were dark, because of the dark hold. We saw bare feet, whatever. And I guess one could say it is, but maybe again, that's inside Agatha's mind of like, maybe that was Wanda Maximoff being killed, actual Wanda, and then embodying the Scarlet Witch. So therefore Wanda is dead, but the Scarlet Witch lives. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to piece together something.
I got you.
Trisha wants to know thoughts on the dark fingers by Teen in the interrogation room. Any thoughts whatsoever? I don't know why I'm doing this with my hands.
Because you have, well,
I'll commit the next, one of these next times. I'll commit and I'll do the dark fingers.
It's
maybe I'll do that for our finale.
There we go. Yeah,
I'll do that for the finale.
It's it's much like the fingers of the dead body. It's like the I guess like if you're a magic user, maybe you have that like residue, right?
But I guess because like when we go to the scene where Agnes goes to investigate the library card of that book, and she goes to the shelf and sees that all of the books on that shelf were burned, right? Presumably this is that of the Darkhold. Like all copies of the Darkhold have been just completely obliterated, right? That way I guess no one else is able to use its magic and what have you. So it's kind of like, did Teen do that? Or was Teen in possession of the Darkhold in order to get, said dark fingertips? I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, good question by Trisha. Also, she had something else in the chat I wanted to bring up. She mentioned about the Penguin series actually debuts tonight on Max, and she had a question of if we're going to review it. We're still trying to determine that, because I've heard the reviews are great for this show. It's going to be an 8-episode season for the Penguin, which is it's a continuation from the Batman movie from 2022. This show is going to lead right into the Batman Part 2, which is I think in 2026 or 2027. We will review it in some way. We're not sure exactly how yet, because we're busy right now. We're trying to figure out scheduling and
un poquito.
Yeah, but I do want to at least review the first episode and the last episode possibly, but maybe we can do a weekly thing. We're just we're still trying to work that out with that and some other things, but we'll let you know. We'll let you know if we're going to review the Penguin.
Yeah.
But back to the MCU and back to Agatha All Along.
Mm-hmm.
Brittany, let's get to the second episode, which the title of that episode, Circle Sewn with Fate, Unlock Thy Hidden Gate, which both titles are referenced in the song, The Ballad of the Witch's Road.
I'm going to predict that every episode is going to be a verse or a line from the ballad.
Yeah.
Like maybe the finale is going to be down the Witch's Road or something like that.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I'm making a prediction here and now.
There you go. I think that's
I'm not clairvoyant like Lily is, but if I could be, that'd be amazing. Then I could win the lottery and that'd be it.
Let's talk about some of our favorite moments from the second episode. To me, the highlight, we've kind of talked about it a little bit, but when they sing the song, like that is really good. That's
iconic.
Yeah.
It's truly iconic for me. And as I said, someone who I've been singing all my life. I am an alto, truly. And I'm always into like musical type stuff, and just to hear the harmonies, hear just for the fact that this is like a pretty much all female cast, right?
Yeah.
And hearing not only them together, seeing them all together, but then hearing them all together in unison, and even Debra Jo, who didn't know the words, eventually starts kind of chiming in, like especially when it gets to like the chorus of down, whatever. That was actually really, really cool. That was great. I think that for me was truly the highlight of the episode. But we did get some spooky things happening.
Yeah, we did.
Because we did hear Rio tell Agatha in the first episode that I guess Agatha's previous coven was coming for her, right? And she said that I'm something about having until sundown before the coven arrives. And we do get to see the coven arrives, the hooded individuals, and how they moved. Oh my god, that was crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, they added some scary stuff, some like some jump scares to the episode. And so again, I love the tone of it because it's not played as like a silly kind of thing. It's played as serious. Like there's jokes and there's funny stuff, but there's a good mixture of different things that you don't always get with every MCU project. So
yeah, no, I think the blending of like the comedy and then like the dark elements, and I think packaging all that together into these 2 episodes was extremely well done. And I know a lot of people I feel like fatigue when it comes to the MCU and such. I don't think you and I specifically, Justin, have that fatigue just yet. Hopefully that never happens. But like, I like the fact that we're referencing a lot of like historical not figures per se, but like historical events that are being brought into the show. So like, the Salem witch trials references and what have you. And I think it's really cool that that's being done. But like I said, seeing the Salem 7 like move the way that they did, and the one coming down the basement stairs in the manner that it did freaked the F out of me, because I was like, nope, this is too much like The Exorcist. I cannot do that. Like, nope, might have to, tap out on this one. But that was really creepy. I have a question though.
Okay.
I have a question. I'm going to pose it to you, and I'm going to pose it to those in the chat, also those who are watching the replay. What happened to that bunny? Because Teen went to go pick it up, and then he's getting like suspicions about movement outside, hearing creepy things, and you see the Salem 7, and he's trying to escape them. What happened to Senor Scratchy? What happened?
I don't have an answer for you. You asked me this earlier offline, and I don't have the answer. I don't know.
I need answers. Okay, I am an animal lover. Protect animals at all costs. What happened to that damn bunny?
I'm gonna venture a guess that we will find out.
Oh my God, Mel, you're killing me. She says she forgot about the bunny.
There's a lot happening.
How dare you?
I didn't forget, but yeah, it wasn't the front of my mind.
So disappointed. So disappointed
So,
in all of you.
One of my kind of a funny scene in this episode. Well, there's a couple. Like, Agatha, she's in her own head, and when she thinks she's driving the car, I like how she's got the little boxes of Fruit Loops as like the pedals for her car. I love that scene. I also
that was so random. I'm like, wait, why is that even there?
I also really enjoyed the scene where they're outside of where Wanda's home was, the lot.
Yes.
And
yes.
she, Agatha takes a look at it and she spits on the ground. So that was kind of
and it was interesting because like there is a spray paint of like, I guess the Scarlet Witch kind of logo, as you see here with the crown, as I'll call it.
Evil witch.
Evil witch, but it's like there's a black spray paint line that comes through it, and it's like, okay, people are not a fan. Definitely. I mean, they don't even, the people of Westview don't even like to mention Wanda's name or reference like what they endured while she took over. So
she's the Voldemort of Westview, right?
She's the Voldemort of Westview. Mel says that Agatha is like the Disney version of Netflix Sabrina.
Okay.
I haven't checked out that version, but I did hear great things. So that's good to know. Oh no. Cool. Why are we making references of they're eating the dogs and they're eating the cats? Oh, God. Moving on.
That was pretty topical last week. So yeah, I
Oh god,
get
that
it.
really
Yeah,
was. That
I
really
get it. Yeah. Um,
was.
I did like how, the witches know that, or Agatha tells them like, "Hey, like I can only steal your power if you blast me." Right. So, and then, so when she gets them to join, her plan is for them to gang up on her so she can take their power. And, doesn't work out in her favor in that way. But,
I thought it was interesting that she did reveal that bit of truth to them. Like, at
yeah,
least to what was it, to Lily? Can't remember
uh,
if it was to Lily that she
yeah,
revealed that information to, like, and the only way for Agatha to gain power from another witch is
right,
to be blasted by said witch. And
right.
so her in the basement with the rest of her new coven finished singing the song, nothing's happening, and I guess Agatha's like result she has to go down a different path of, like, I guess trying to piss off the witches, and you see like flickers of power in their
Mhm.
hands, and it looks like they're about to do something to her, and she's like, come on.
Yeah,
And Lily speaks up and she's like, oh, she's trying to like get us upset, she's trying to get us, to blast her, that's the only way that she can gain power. And I'm like, well, why would she even reveal that to begin with? I mean, unless
I
that's just for like
to
audience, to
to gain
know,
trust.
I guess.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so Lilia then is the one who's like, "Hey, yeah, we can't do this. This is her plan all along, is to take her power. It's not to have us
I guess
travel down
so.
the road with her." Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay.
So, the way the episode ends, they do find their way to the road,
Mhm,
and each member of the coven removes their shoes as they begin to walk down the road. So
mhm.
my question to you, Brittany, and to the chat,
Okay.
is this a Wizard of Oz reference? The taking off the shoes to travel down the road?
Truly, I don't know. I thought it was
Yeah,
one of those situations where it's kinda like you come as you are, like,
yeah,
you are meant to, like, endure, eh, the good and the bad as you go down this road, and, some things may be painful, some things may be, not. I don't know precisely, I don't know the significance of, like, removing the shoes other than, like, just leaving something behind,
okay.
but continuing as you are. I'm
Trisha
not entirely sure.
very succinctly says no. So,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Well, I
Yeah.
just wondered. Yeah,
If anyone in the chat has a theory, has actual legitimate, you know, uh, support for why this is done, I don't know, it's just kind of a cool effect, I think,
yeah,
because some of these witches, their shoes are very, like, iconic of, like, what witches, would wear back in the day, like the pointed type boots and what have you, I guess you say. Um, Trisha says that there's a clip in the end credit scene that talks about it. Oh, okay. Um, and then the corduroy boys. Oh, great observation. It also mirrors a shoeless body
good point.
in the creek.
Very good point.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Um, oh, so going back to Trisha, she said in the end credits, there's a clip that says it. Okay, so we're just gonna have to go back and like look at that end
oh,
clip,
wow.
Justin. That way we can further educate ourselves.
Wait, so is she saying there's a mid-credit or a post-credit scene? Because if
maybe
so, I
when maybe when
totally
the
missed
credits
it.
are like just rolling, how like
Oh,
there's like
right,
different
right.
footage, like
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah,
newspaper clippings,
yeah, there's a lot of
The
stuff.
Simpsons, for God's sakes, The Craft. I love
Exactly.
that they incorporated The Craft with
Yeah,
Nancy, and
okay,
her like her boots are dragging along the
yeah,
floor. I was like, oh, that's so good. The Craft is a
yeah.
cult classic, y'all. So yeah,
I'm sure that, like, Screen Crush and New Rockstars probably have, like, a
oh, I'm
Easter egg
sure. Yeah,
video with, like, 50 things from that scene, but, yeah, there's a lot of stuff to see in the end credits, which, also like Loki. So, that was there was, like, little, I mean, I don't know if there's as many things probably as this show, but, it's cool to have that stuff in there. I
yeah,
appreciate that. Yeah.
I agree. I agree. I think it's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, Trisha did say it's in the it's part of the credits, but it is a
Okay.
newspaper clipping that's part of the credits. So you have to just pay attention to what's happening in the background.
You said I have to read.
I know that's very difficult for you, but
But
yes,
hey, I used to work for newspapers, so I've read a newspaper in
you
my day.
used to could read.
I've helped put out newspapers, so
Yeah, I know.
I understand
Yes, I
that
know.
business, and that's why I'm no longer in that business. Um, Brittany, do you have any final thoughts on the episodes that we saw, or any things you're looking forward to going forward?
I'm curious as to how we're gonna see Rio again, because I'm assuming this isn't the last of that we're gonna see her.
It
If
can't be.
it can't be, like, I mean, I know that the door was sealed after the Coven enter to begin their journey on the Witch's Road, but there has to be a way that Rio comes back. And is she still going to be like the nemesis of Agatha, or is she going to join the Witch's Road to help? Or I don't know. I don't know. I'm assuming there's going to be like a double cross from someone in the Coven, whether it's going to be uh like I said, Deborah Jo Rupp's character,
Right.
she's just playing dumb, or if truly Wiccan, if I'm going to say Wiccan, I didn't mean to say Wiccan, teen who could be Wiccan, let me
Right.
just put it that way, could be sacrificed because of that reference that Jen made earlier. And then what other, sort of encounters they're going to face when they're going down this road. And is Agatha going to have a change of heart, or is she going to stay true to herself? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
Yeah.
very curious as to what will happen through all of this. Going back to the chat, Trisha says it specifically talks about removing everything from the soles of your feet in the hollowed ground. Okay, so that makes a lot more sense. Hollowed ground, it's a sacred, road for witches to embark on. So that does make a lot more sense. Thanks, Trisha. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
That's an Akatar thing.
It's an Akatar thing. Yeah. I was like, y'all are having your own conversation over here.
Chat, yeah. No, what I'm looking forward to watching just one episode a week of this show. I mean, I did enjoy both episodes for sure, but I'm kind of enjoying. I'm looking forward to just like taking our time going through each episode. Obviously, the finale, the final two episodes are going to be together, so that'll be like the first two episodes. But I'm interested to see how Rio returns to the fray, because that would make 7 characters, and then obviously the Salem 7, so you got a 7-on-7 kind of battle
Yeah.
potentially.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to see Elizabeth Olsen in this show, but I do wonder if they reference Wanda much more. I mean, I feel like they have to, but I'm looking forward to finding out that answer. I'm also looking forward to seeing how this ends, and if we, do we have more Agatha coming in some other form or fashion. So,
Yeah, because as of now, as of recording time, that there has not been an announcement made by Disney or Marvel saying that they've been greenlit for a season 2. So right now, maybe it's just going to be a mini series. We're not entirely sure at this point. Or
well,
could this feed into a future movie of some kind?
right. So actually I've heard that like WandaVision leads into this series, which is Agatha All Along,
Right.
which will apparently lead into the Vision series, which is coming.
Okay.
I don't know, in
But still,
2025. Yeah,
but
right.
still, could it be a one-off, or is it going to go like back and forth, like what the boys
Yeah.
and Gen V are attempting to do?
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be a one-off. I wonder where, if how we'll see the characters again. That's really my that's always the wonder for this stuff with the MCU, because the interconnected universe and everything. So
okay, gotcha,
good stuff.
gotcha.
Good stuff.
Yeah, Trisha further her comment about entering the Witch's Road without shoes. Ye shall remove your shoes before touching the hollowed ground. In order to connect to the power of the earth, you must touch your feet to the soil and channel her divine magic through you. There must be nothing in between, no rubber, no wood, not a soul, just your soul.
Well, I'm not cut out for the Witch's Road because I'm a socks and shoes kind of guy. So
same. Same. Especially after this last weekend, my feet need to be comforted. I can't be walking around barefoot. I can't. I physically cannot handle that anymore. My goodness.
Definitely. Yeah. And also Mel in the chat talking about Kathryn Hahn. I think maybe she has had some work done.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
This day and age, I feel like everyone gets a little touch up of some kind, some sort of work done,
Yeah. Not sure she needed to do that.
It doesn't look terrible. I will give her
No.
that. It doesn't look terrible.
No. But I guess, obviously she's become a bigger star in the past 3 years thanks to WandaVision. So yeah, this is her own series. So, and we were happy to review it every week going forward. Really can't wait to the finale. I'm super excited about the finale. In fact, it'll be on Halloween night when we talk about it.
Yeah. Trisha is a natural born witch, always barefoot.
Always.
Whereas Mel, like me, needs to wear socks to sleep or otherwise she gets cold. Yes.
Oh,
girl,
no.
You and I are one and the same. Yes.
No, I'm not wearing socks in the bed, but I'm wearing socks and shoes everywhere else. Like, let's, yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, yeah. Even in the pool, I got aqua socks on. I'm protecting them footsies. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping them. I'm keeping them clean, keeping them nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So Trisha, I mean, we kind of
Yeah.
talked about, you know, the things that we're looking forward to. I want to see if there's a double cross. I want to see how Rio comes back to the fold. If how she's going to be able to enter this witch's road without, unless she's got a coven of her own. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how that's going to happen. Still want to know if Teen is going to be sacrificed or if Teen is Wiccan. Yeah. And yes, Mel's aqua socks are a thing.
Yeah.
They're also called water shoes.
Yeah. I had a pair of Nike ones when I was a kid. They were purple.
Of course
and
you did. Of
They're
course
purple
you
and
did.
orange. They were cool.
I'm surprised they weren't Jordans.
No, they don't make Jordan aqua socks. Otherwise, I would definitely have them. But
I know you would.
Yeah.
Trisha says she wants more and more of the Salem 7. Listen, if they're going to be entering the world Exorcist style, I'm good without it.
Yeah.
Nope, can't handle that.
Yeah.
Mel says she wants to see how much witchcraft they incorporate on the show. Isn't Aubrey Plaza a real life witch like Vanessa Hudgens? This is new information to me altogether.
Yeah. I mean,
I did not know this. Interesting.
Wow.
No judgment whatsoever. Just had no idea.
A witch. Is she a witch? I'm Googling. Here we go.
Is she a witch?
There's a lot of stuff about
the
show.
She could be a sexy witch all she wants. He'll still watch her. It doesn't matter.
She is sexy in this show. I'm not
saying otherwise.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Goodness.
Nothing against anyone else in the MCU, but she brought a different thing to the table. So
okay.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Interesting.
So
right.
yeah. So Brittany, I guess that's final thoughts. Like we're good. We're good, right?
Yeah, I think the show is off to a great start. I'm very much
yeah.
looking forward to the rest of it and coming back here weekly and joining the amazing people in today's chat. Thank y'all so much for always joining us and engaging. You've got some great questions, some great insights, and let me just be the first to say that I appreciate it. I know Justin appreciates it. We would appreciate y'all spreading the word to others about the Watchers in the Basement, having them join our live chats, and also subscribing, hitting that like button, et cetera, et cetera. Y'all know the drill. Come on. Help a brother out or sister, in Salem.
No, right. No, we really appreciate the chat. Has been so much fun tonight. And really, oftentimes the chat is the most fun thing we do during our show anyway. So we appreciate all the help that y'all give us, and keep it coming. Keep liking, keep subscribing, keep spreading the word. Tell other people about us.
Tell other people that Justin likes to talk about sexy witches and sexy fight scenes. Are you blushing?
No, my face is red all the time.
Well, that's true.
So. I have a condition. It's called rosacea, I think is what it's called. No, it's not that bad.
No, it's not.
I have a light in front of me though. I have lights all around me.
But I think you're blushing and you're lying, so that's fine.
Well, yeah, I do both often. So yeah. But no, we appreciate everybody joining and having fun with the chat. That always makes it more fun for us. So
yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So Brittany, let's get out of here. You ready?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way you know the next time we go live. If you're into football, the guys are doing a weekly football pod called Watchers Football Weekly. So give that a listen or watch it. It's every Tuesday, right, Justin? It's every Tuesday.
It is every Tuesday. Yeah.
We'll be back, of course, to talk about the next episode of Agatha All Along.
Right.
And if you're not into video podcasts, we also have audio podcasts available to you on Spotify and other platforms that I can't think of right now, but they're there.
We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts. Yeah. Some other ones too, but those are the main two. Yep.
That's true. And also, we've got social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Threads. Don't forget to give us a follow. Show some love. Appreciate it. Thank y'all for being here.
Yep. Thanks, everybody. We definitely appreciate it. Appreciate you, Brittany. So thanks you. So
yes.
For Brittany, I'm Justin saying thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We will see you next time. Have a good night. Bye-bye.